Welcome back to another battle, everybody. Today we're playing Progressive Capitals on the Europe Advanced map as part of our Meta Monday series. We're playing as a green player out of the 4th position. We have a split Russia and split Orient. So that side of the board not going to be super useful for me. I like the 1 cap here. I go before both red and blue. And I have the potential actually to take 2 bonuses on turn 1 if yellow, well, yeah, yellow did not cap in here. So lots of material around this area. You guys know I love the generic Alps cap spots. And I think this one's probably the best one with the way that the board is shaped. Gives me view on the pathing from underneath, not the pathing over the top. The red cap here, Vienna is probably the best spot in here, but we are going to cap right here. If red decides to cap next to me, tough nuggets for me. Hoping that doesn't happen. Could have gone London, a little bit of a noob corner spot. We got red down here on the 5. That's perfectly fine. Not sure where blue will end up. If blue ends up on like the 2 here, that'd be really interesting because this would be... We wouldn't have any entry down here. We probably don't hold Italy if that happens, but not to worry. We should start with... Well, we'll start with at least 6 troops provided we don't lose our capital to yellow. And we'll see how this goes. Hopefully nobody's capped on Romania. Romania is a solid cap on this board, although not the best defense underneath. So certainly actually a pretty card blockable. 3-point card block on the Romania cap. Well, 4 if you include my capital with the Vienna, Prussia, Trieste cap, and then Greece underneath. No bonus hold, or you'd have this bonus here that you would hold. Pink playing, or at least fortifying on the right side, maybe going for that split Orient. I don't think that that is a good play. The Istanbul cap, not terrible if you are going to play for split Orient, but you got to cut underneath and wrap around if you do attempt that. We don't see any of yellow's maneuvers. Yellow is the only player ahead of me in the turn order who knows where I'm capped. Obviously, blue and red behind me know where I am. But we'll see if there's a Romania cap. We'll see what happens here. We're just going for the win, as we do in all of our videos. If you guys have been enjoying the content, please subscribe and please hit that like button as well. Helps me out quite a bit. Push the videos out to more people, get more people into the game of Risk, which is, I think, ultimately my goal. I think that Risk suffers a little bit from a player base issue, at least of dedicated players who want to stick with it and keep playing the games. And I know a lot of you are those dedicated players. A lot of you just enjoy watching the content as well, and I appreciate you for that. There's no pressure to come play the game by any means, but let's see what we can do here. I'm going to go for double bonus. It might be a little bit greedy. We get good dice there. The 4 will be our 4 to 5. And we do have pink right there on that spot. So there is a Romania cap. We have purple right here. Don't love purple's cap spot so much. And we're going to have red blasting through our 2s over here. So glad I took at least this. Should hold Italy. Might get broken by pink in generic. Don't really have the means of messing with him right now. Red's down to 7 on this. 6 here. Probably don't bust in here unless pink breaks on the backside. So do lose a little bit of material over there in Spain, but kind of expected that. I don't actually love that cap spot for red. I think that that is relatively weak on this board configuration, because if you get blocked on a 2-point block above, or even a 1-point block above, to defend against that block, come off of cap, and then you either have to wrap all the way around, because you can't get through pink here, or you open up my cap from this underlane here. So we'll see what my opponents do. I left the 3 here in the hopes that these guys wouldn't break. I don't think pink has a bonus, although maybe he had 2 things stacked here and then took Southeastern Europe. That's certainly possible. We'll see what happens. No, he does not have a bonus. Does have 12 to 14 territories, though. That's why he's getting an extra troop, getting 6 instead of 5. I anticipate seeing pink either taking Orient or Southeastern Europe on this next turn. Now, red will have no more than 6 troops on cap, maybe even lost an extra troop on this roll. I could have a 9 cap here. Does pink break? Pink broke red. Pink broke red just now. That's like a chaos roll, honestly. That was super unnecessary to break him there. If I don't get hit by yellow or purple, yellow starts with 5. If I don't get hit by yellow or purple, I will start with 15 troops. So I'd start with 13 normally off of this double bonus. I think pink or purple might have Iceland. I don't know if that's Iceland and a bunch of territory, or Scandi and a bunch of territory, or both and not a bunch of territory. I'm not really sure. But purple does have bonuses, that's for sure. Could play for Eastern Europe here. I mean, he's got the ability to. The question now becomes, is it worth it getting 15 troops to try to roll Red's cap early? I think it might be. If purple just plays... Okay, he is playing for Eastern Europe. A 9 cap, I don't think purple inherently... Once he finds pink's cap here, I almost think he's going to be more worried about pink than about me. And you guys know what I like to do. I like to play... Oh, I thought he was going to hit me with that. I like to play pretty aggressively in the early game, so I'm going to do that. It is just a 5 cap. Okay. So I like early game aggressiveness. Only yellow actually saw that roll. Purple would have probably known I went up that way. And red's going to come break me. I respect that he's sticking with it, but I mean, you're pretty much cooked now, buddy. Hate to break it to you, but you are almost certainly cooked, and all you're doing is slowing me down, which is fine. Blue also lost his capital. My imagination to blue's cap loss would be either yellow or pink. We didn't see pink add anything to this cap. My guess would be he lost his cap to pink. And the reason for that guess is because yellow is only getting 5 troops. It could be yellow. It very well could be yellow, but it definitely wasn't purple. Purple had all of his troops run through here. And blue's still playing too, so credit to blue and red for sticking around despite losing their capitals. Late in the turn order, you got to be very careful about making sure your capital is defended. 7 cap even was risky for me if somebody wanted to come for it and was holding a bunch of bonuses. Nobody broke me, so I had that working for me. Obviously, purple could make a play into me here on this next turn, especially if he's holding Eastern Europe. Part of me was banking on him either not coming into me or on the pink player breaking him. So we'll see what pink starts with here. That's going to be a decent tell. Pink has 9. So I think pink has... He didn't lose much territory on that turn. I think that purple's going to hold Eastern Europe here. He did fortify 4 troops back. Okay. All right. No, I think pink has territory, and I think pink's situation is territory and the blue capital. So I believe pink took blue's cap. I have red's. Purple does not have Eastern Europe. Picked up a bunch of extra territory, does not yet have Eastern Europe. That's a +8. So we'd see them at least 13, knowing that they're holding their capital. I think they'll finish it on this turn, and maybe pink will see that, which is helpful. But I just need to prioritize cap defense. I think primarily. So... I think a 10 is fine for now. I say that and then I lose troops. So I can't really group these up. Red's going to come in and break me again. Is it worth... This may not be worth it. This might be a little bit risky. I need to generate a little bit more here. Because red's going to come re-break me, right? So he's going to get both of these bonuses. So that I try to take this in the hopes that pink doesn't break me again. Because our full goal now is get red out of the game, right? So there's no reason to... if red is going to keep repeatedly... Oh, all right, maybe blue got his cap back. That's actually possible. So maybe pink does have this. Obviously, I'm very weak over here. Did not get, was hoping for perfect dice there. We lost, where's Bavaria was here, right? I was just trying to limit Red's generation. I knew he would re-break. Just try to limit his generation. I think the best way to do it, Blue fails that. If I don't lose, I'm playing life on the edge a little bit here, only because this player is causing problems. We need to try to get them out of the game. Come on, Blue, attack down into Red. That came, I think, from Scandi. Purple's going to get a lot of troops. I think Pink will get a decent amount. He at least has Southeastern Europe now. We just got to hope he doesn't come for me over here. Did leave a little bit on cap. Maybe he aggresses me. He gets 9. So I think he just has this bonus here. That was rude. Card skips. Doesn't even hit purple. Just straight card skips. Fails the roll. I mean, all right. That's fine. He's got a huge cap, though. That is the one issue with Pink. Yellow is still getting 5. I think Yellow is trying to play for a split bonus, which is just crazy. Purple's going to get a ton of troops on this turn, which I'm hoping Pink sees and is like, oh, I can't allow this. We can't do this. We got to break him, because he tried to break me in Spain. I do need to, now I absolutely need to prioritize defense, but I'm not going to do that in a way that I think this could be good for me. Purple actually could try to take Central Europe now. Purple seems like a very heavy bonus taker, and we could potentially wipe Red out of the game. Now, Red is likely going to have... I need to be very careful here about how much I commit. I'm not going to eliminate him, but if he trades in, I don't want it to be anywhere near me. Or I don't want it to be near this lower cap. So I think this is fine. I thought purple might wipe him out of here, but this way he likely doesn't get a break onto this bonus because of where he positioned his troops. And maybe he bots. I did have a trade, and I probably could have used it to eliminate him. Purple or Pink skipped. The other 2 players ahead of me in the order did not. So presumably he just breaks here. Yeah, so, I mean, if he's got positioning elsewhere on the board, we'll nab him on that elim. Oh, he went here. He could have broken on the right. That fortified to this spot on Berlin. I respect Red sticking around, but to be honest, the way he's sticking around is not actually doing anything to anybody other than me. It's just expediting his loss of the game. So instead of trying to put yourself in a position to keep your stack huge, take the eyes off of you, instead, obviously I took his cap, so I'm putting myself in a weaker position right off rip. Now, if this is exclusively purple up in Iceland, I could see purple caring too much about the bonuses and full aggressing blue. Early trade-in from blue, I really don't like. I mean, maybe you're on the fritz and you're worried about your positioning, and then burns 2 more troops when we know he's been weak the entire game. He actually might not have his cap, though. There's a possibility that he actually just has Scandinavia and doesn't actually have the capital. And that's how he's getting 6. I can't tell based off of how much material he has around the board, though. Pink's going to break me, right? Oh, he breaks purple. Okay. All right, that's actually probably good. A huge cap. I mean, after I presumably eliminate Red here, I got to get everything on cap. Especially my middle cap. This is a much more important position with 2 dangerous fellows over here. There's a possibility that purple tries to retaliate on Pink. Well, purple knows he should know he can't break Pink here. I think that's the most important part. Is she should know he can't break Pink there. Purple's getting 17. Did he hold Russia? He must have Russia. Maybe that's the bonus he had earlier. Maybe flip-flop bonuses up top took Russia. I could see purple wrapping around and undercutting here. We'll get a decent amount, though. We held an additional bonus. We got a bunch of troops. Go like 10 here. This many here. I'm not certain that this is the end of red. Alright. That double sets me. I absolutely, positively do not want that player in the game still. Let's see. Where do we have either material? There are no cap trade-in spots. Rabat, Paris, Castile and Leon, or Bavaria. I think I'll take Paris if I can. Yeah. And then we'll take Rabat too. 14 extra troops. This is a 12 stack. And I might as well just finish this bonus. I do need to remove those indicators, though. It's a little bit... All right, yeah, blue does not have a capital. That's what this tells me. Blue took Iceland, didn't get broken up there. He is completely capless. He doesn't have a trade-in either. So blue is our next target. It's a shame that the early cap guys, or early cap loss guys are going to be out first, but also defend your caps. And at the end of the turn order, sometimes the cap defense is more important than the bonus. And red only, I think, had one additional territory in here besides his cap and had to hit 2 of my, maybe even no additional territories in here, and had to hit 2 of my my 2s in there. So, and we saw he lost at least 1 troop on both of those, which just whittles down. I mean, you cap on a 5, I think, or a 2, so it makes it a 5. You get 8 extra troops. I don't think he put all of his extra troops here either. I think I remember this being like a 10 cap or something. Maybe it was the full 13, but very interesting. Pink gets 9. Pink is actually still not on a set, so I'm back on 3 here. And he just rolls down here. He's not going to re-break purple. So purple's going to get a bunch. Yellow still with no bonus. I'm not even sure where he plays from. I think pink is our double capital player. He might even be kill guarding blue. It's possible that the blue cap is on Greece. Does this hit me? No, this rolls left. Interesting. Now it hits me. What was the point of hitting there then? That's very weird. I just need to not get hit by purple. Purple might have seen how much I got in the last turn, and he might be threatened by me. 25 is quite a few troops. Could steal my cap in the middle, although I think that leaves him far too susceptible. He won't kill me, and that leaves him far too susceptible to the power of the pink player, who's going to get a lot on this next turn. Now, there's a possibility purple is not actually aware of everywhere blue is if he hunts this elimination. So if he puts like a 3 here to hit this, and then a bunch up here to hit the rest of blue on top. Yeah, the path of least resistance was coming off cap to come hit me, and I'm fine with that. He is going to fail this elimination, which is a bummer for him. Pink does not see the cap quantity here. I am moderately concerned. He is completely off capital. The problem is pink is so big and scary. I don't think with a 40 stack that I don't think that this is smart. All right, I just needed to make sure that was the blue elim. We give pink a really big trade in. Burgundy, Bulgaria, Rome. We'll take Burgundy. The 11 comes back to that cap. I'm going to show him. So So if you guys are wondering why, C-Money, why not take that cap? I don't think I'm going to hold it. I really don't think I hold that capital from that position. Pink might actually feed us yellow here. There's a very realistic chance pink feeds us yellow. Nope. Okay. This comes back. So I think it's, yeah, there's absolutely a capital here. He's only getting 9 though. Somebody, is yellow here and breaking him in Bulgaria? I don't know. But with purple potentially on a trade. So there's 2 important things here. Purple potentially on a trade-in on 3. You never know. I don't have a set on 3, but purple potentially in a trade-in on 3. I'm just going to take the rest of this. I don't think pink's going to let him hold here, though. Especially if he is capped. What are you doing, dude? Yellow is... Oh, is he... What is going on? My brother. I have no idea what yellow is doing. 32. So we let him get a ton of troops, but the hope here is that we've established some sort of rapport in which I could have taken his capital. And now purple and I are chill because purple knows. Yeah. Yeah, purple and I are chill. That's exactly what I needed. I'm not gonna... I don't care that purple's getting as much as he is. Here's my thinking. I don't know if he had a set on 3. Like, why not take his cap there? I'm spread a little thin. The trades still aren't very high for myself, but he did have a 40 stag off cap pointed at me. I didn't have a trade myself. I do now. If I take it, the issue is the way that I went about this. If I take it, pink, I think, knows that this cap is here. And if I end up taking that, I run the risk of potentially just getting pink just stealing it, purple stealing it, and then we're just super weak. If he breaks me here, he's cooked. He doesn't. Okay. I don't like this being left here. My thought is that purple might come down and orient if yellow is over there, or he just takes here and we're chill. I'm intentionally not taking the rest of this. Purple only has the 1 cap, so I'm fairly certain he's stacking troops elsewhere. I know yellow's like feels like he's been nice and not breaking me. But to be honest, why let him have the external material here? Oof. I don't know that I would have done that, pink. That helps me, though. I mean, purple picks up the +5, loses the +8. Still going to get a similar amount. I wanted to make sure I was generating more than purple, or at least a similar amount. I think we're going to see yellow come across the bottom line here, which he can't do anything to me. To be completely honest, I think he's capped behind pink, so I don't get much value out of... Is he hitting purple? Oh my god, he just went to hit purple. Why is he hitting purple? I mean, he's going to come break me. This guy is not very good. He is not generating enough to have this kind of aggression. I think I risk feeding him to pink here. So I don't think full retaliation is actually the answer. He just went all through purple to come break me. Oh, man. Purple sets. So here's the sad part about purple. I think purple's going to feed this elimination to pink. Because all signs point, right? The assumption here is that pink is our 2-cap player. Maybe it's purple. I've assumed it's pink this entire time. I suppose I should hit here just to see. Right? On this next turn, just bonk this just to see. Maybe it's been purple. Maybe I've been calculating wrong. It very well could have been purple. Oh, I have a set. Okay. Oh. Is it pink? Is this not even the yellow Elon? Or is it purple, I mean? It must be purple then. Purple must have the blue cap must be up here then. It must be like in a terrible spot up in Trondheim. Or no, because blue had this bonus at one point. It must be in Russia. Where? Or behind in here? I don't know where this blue capital is. I just assumed pink had it this whole time. Yeah, I probably could have taken that Elim with the amount of troops I had, but I didn't want to. I'm not trying to betray these guys. So all of us have 2. Oh, no. Somebody's got 3. All right. If he just eliminated yellow, it was... How would it be pink, though? How would pink have 3? Unless... I didn't see the... I wasn't paying attention to the numbers, man. I was not paying attention to the numbers. That is partially my bad. Now, I do think because I spared purple, he will work with me against pink. That was... Oh, my goodness. Okay, that fortify makes me think that purple is the player with 3 caps. Like, he took yellow's cap, and I accidentally just fed yellow to pink, not realizing that purple took yellow's cap, which is on me. He's getting 29. Now, remember, purple. We were homies. Hoping purple remembers this. All right. I'm trying to play nice here myself. So is that 11? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 3 caps. So here's... is purple... Is the blue cap in here? It's possible. Purple just got broken in Russia, I think, because pink didn't attack here. I guess I'll take Iceland. Now we're in an interesting part of the game where I think both players are relatively skilled. Interesting. I don't think that that was a wise play. He's on 5 cards. There's no point in any sort of retaliation. But this allows us to set the card block. Albeit, the question comes, does the card block... Does purple allow us to set the card block? That's the most important piece here. And I don't understand this attack by pink. I think that's the biggest thing that doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me. This attack by pink is questionable because... Purple might actually be setting the card block himself, by the way, right now. He is hitting the pink quite hard. Well played. Yeah. Very well played. he's going to add troops here. Oh, he's fortifying off cap. Trade the dudes just to help myself a little bit. I need all purple aggression to go directly, or all pink aggression rather, to go directly into purple, which it should. But this almost certainly ensures it. I think purple took one for the team there. I was going to set the block myself, but I didn't want to set the block when he's going to be on 5. I wanted to set it the turn after. He just rolled the cap. No. No, he didn't roll the cap. He wrapped around. Because if he rolled the cap... Oh, he's going to break me. Interesting. I think this is a dreadfully bad play by Pink. What are you doing? You didn't break Russia. There must be a cap up here. That you only do that. You only veer left if there's a cap on this line. I don't know how there would be. Because blue had this bonus earlier without the cap. I'm lost, man. Purple trades. Is he going to set the block right here? He should. No, he doesn't set the block there. Let's say he should leave some troops on that spot, but I'll let him hold Iceland. I'm trying to be super, like, a little bit passive, admittedly, letting purple do all of this, but that fortify was interesting because that went. I mean, pink's gonna get through here. I don't know. I'm a little bit confused. I don't know if purple is fully aware of how to set this block properly. But I'm sacrificing the extra 4 troops here because pink is just going to hit him right here. We saw that one coming, and now purple doesn't have the trade in to protect this. Trades are not super high still, and if pink has as big of a cap as I think he does, it's not going to be great for us. Purple's only getting 22 though, so he's at least broken in Eastern Europe. I don't think he's broken in Russia. Pink has some presence in Orient. Why wouldn't you take here? I think he thinks he's giving me that card there. He wants me to... Alright, I can do that. That's fine. Yeah, I see what purple wanted. Understandable. He must just be trying. So, yeah, this fortify went here. He's trying to get him to take these cards in here. Now, what I want to happen is I want pink to trade in and break purple's block underneath so I can reset that mantle. Because the problem is I don't know how much pink has on cap. Purple might not even know how much pink has on cap. I got how much on the last turn? I got 33 still, so I'm fine with that. My 140 cap, I'm not really worried about at all. I think we're better off just continually adding, take the Alps, continually adding to this capital. Maybe I could kill pink on that turn. I don't know what his situation is here, though. The 55 came back. I mean, if we see it dumped here, we'll know exactly what's happening, right? But we can also reset the block easily. I think he's going to break underneath. I'd be very surprised if he didn't break underneath. The fact that we haven't seen anything placed here. Yeah, and that is not a lot of troops left. It's so much, and he's still, this is perfect. He's still upset with purple because purple set the block before I did. Oh, okay. This is good. I'm liking the way this is shaping up. This is about as good of a metagame, high level play. Purple is setting blocks, which I'm happy to see. Steps in here, and he can just sit with that there. This might be the full block that we need. Might just be the full block that we need. Now, there isn't... Oh, he's... No, I'm going to take this card here. You know what? Maybe I'll take both. Try to increase my generation. So I give him the card here because we're not holding this bonus anyway. The reason I do that is now hopefully he lets me hold UK and we trade in this spot. And also you're probably wondering, see money, you have this 3 in Alps. Why aren't you using that to take Bavaria? I want this 36 to be able to path up this way while this goes into Prussia to hit extra purple material once pink is eliminated. Because I think the writing is on the wall for pink. I think it's only a matter of time before he's kind of cooked. So setting myself up to make a move on purple, I think, is going to be ideal. Obviously, purple could have also taken... Yeah, he's going to play down here. That's fine, too. I am totally fine with this. Unless... Yeah, no, he's going to play down here. All right. We will trade down there, then. Make this like a 150, and then I'm good here. Now, if pink doesn't trade on this next turn, we know pink only has the 1 capital. Because he busted through what I think was about 70 troops back here, if he doesn't trade right now, we probably have an elimination on him. With my own trade in and then immediately trading off of that. Now, I do need to make sure purple's not pulling a fast one on me down below. If pink pulls troops off cap right now... Oh, pink took here. I need to make sure purple's not hiding him anywhere. Although I think I get good enough dice on this anyway. All right. Let's see. Purple's taking a while to decide what he wants to do. I think I can eliminate him, man. I really do. 49 up here. That feels precautionary. This is way more than I anticipated, but I'll take the bullet. That was much more than I thought he'd have, to be completely honest. Do have a +2 in Romania. Guaranteed trade on the next turn, obviously. Purple may not have a set here. Alright, there's a 77 cap there. I don't think he can cap run here. I want him to hit cap, so I'm on 5 cards. Yeah, perfect. Troop loss. Great. And if he boxes off, this is a potential play here to box off his own capital. If this goes up, all right, hits through. That's wise. I think we're good. He's not defending this here. If he rolls this, he's going to have 2 very weak capitals. Oh, he doesn't even come for this. So we get he may not... Purple actually may not have even known there was a cap here. If the 188 closes off... Huge stack in here. It does split. It does close off. So we can set a block right now. And unless we see a fortify go to this cap is better than this cap. I don't actually think I want to set the block yet. But I can. This does... Yeah, okay, so he doesn't fortify over there. I need to, like, isolate this a little bit. So we know that there's, like, a 70 back there, right? So... this here. All right. 2 dice up there. Not opening up his capital. Back on 3. Is that a trade-in? It is. That's really good. He does not set. Slams. He's stepping off. GG's, bro. 174. I forgot he had that much there. Good game, man. I mean, props to... I'll show him I had a trade-in anyway. Great working with purple. That is... I have never seen a good faith play work out as well as that one with the purple player. I chose not to take his cap, and we were homies to the end. And that, my friends, that restores my faith in humanity, maybe just a little bit. Shout out to purple player. Let's check our ranks. Purple's only a novice. Purple played much better than a novice. I don't believe that this was a main account novice here. Expert on pink, not super surprised by that. Expert on red, I mean, he stuck with it. Not surprised by that either. Novice on blue, beginner on yellow. That one doesn't surprise me either. Red stuck with it. Usually those guys will bot if they lose their caps earlier. So shout out to Red for sticking with it. Apologies for taking your cap and bonking you. But shout out to General Faruda 19312 for being an absolute homie. Purple player has a friend in me, that is for sure. If you guys enjoyed this one, hit that like button down below. Subscribe if you haven't already. As always, everybody, I've been C-Money. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you have a tremendous rest of your day. Peace.